Hello students, today in this video we are going to start our chapter number 4, that is planning. Okay, in chapter number 1 we have discussed that there are 5 functions of management that each and every manager has to perform to achieve the organizational goals effectively and efficiently. What were these 5 functions? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Okay, so we will study each and every function now in detail. What is planning? Before discussing about the definition of planning, I would like to tell you that planning is required everywhere. Okay, in our daily life also we can see that we need to plan. A student need to plan about their studies, that what if the exams are coming. So what are the different timetables that we need to follow? What are the chapters? What are the different notes that we will study? At our home, even our parents need to plan. Okay, so what the exactly planning is? Planning में हम क्या कर रहे हैं? Planning is deciding in advance that what is to be done, when it is to be done, how it is to be done, and by whom it should be done. So what is planning all about? It involves thinking in advance. Okay, in advance. Advance we can say for the future. In present, we try to have a peep into the future. Okay, a manager tries to have a peep into the future, that what he wants to be or what he wants to do in the future. So in present, he needs to think in advance that what are the different goals that an organization wants to achieve, and to achieve such objective, what are the different things that I need to do. So for this, if he is deciding in advance, that thinking, that process is known as planning. Is it clear? So planning is deciding in advance. I have made a diagram here that planning tries to bridge. It is a gap. Okay, planning tries to bridge a gap between the present and the future. Where you are standing today and where you want to be. Okay, there is a difference. There is a gap between that. For example, in 2010. Okay, in 2010, an organization is earning 10 crores per month, okay, as their profit. But in the coming year of 2011, after 1 year, they are trying to achieve the profit. They are trying to achieve the target of earning a profit of rupees 50 crores. Okay, so the gap, they try to bridge this gap, and for bridging such gap, okay, to achieve such organizational goal, they will do planning. Okay, so planning helps in bridging the gap between the present and the future, where you are standing today and where you want to be. To bridge such gap, planning is required. There are some features. We'll study the planning more in detail with the help of some features. What is the first feature? It contributes to objectives. It means that the objective for which an organization is running, or an organization, a school, whatever it is, so they have some objective. So to achieve some objective, planning is required. So planning is always done to achieve the organization goal. If you are making plans, so it will contribute to your objective, because each and every plan will be made in direction of the objective. For example, if you are having an objective of scoring very good marks in your board exams, okay, so for that objective you are preparing the timetables, you are deciding that in which school, in which coaching center I am going to get the admission for the extra classes, which books I am going to buy for making my concepts clear, which extra study material I am going to use. So why you are making such plan? To achieve your objective of scoring good marks. So this planning will contribute to your objective, so that you can achieve this objective more effectively and efficiently. So in this way we can say that planning helps, or planning contributes to the objective. It means if you don't have any objective, if you don't have any goal, there is no need of planning. Everything will go on as per the wish of the managers or the owners. Planning is required only when you have some objective. Second feature is primary function of management. As I have told you that manager has 5 functions, but planning is the primary function. Primary, you can say, it is the first function or it is the basis of all the function that without planning any function cannot be performed by the manager. As after planning, the next function is organizing. In organizing, we have to make a structure, or we have to group and identify the activities that we are going to perform. So on the basis of planning only we are able to group such activities. Okay, then staffing, on the basis of planning only we will be able to hire the employees, that how much employees we are going to recruit or select for our organization, so that we can achieve the objective for which we are making the plans. Interacting, on the basis of planning only you will be able to give the orders and instructions that what are the objectives. Then controlling, on the basis of planning only you will be able to compare the performance, actual performance with the planned performance. So we can say that planning is the primary, first and main function of management, without which other functions, other four functions cannot be performed, because all are dependent on planning. Third feature of planning is pervasive. Pervasive means that planning is required in all types of organization as well as at all levels of management. Okay, whether it is a NGO, a club, a school, a restaurant, even at our home, planning is required. Wherever a person is having objective, wherever an organization is having objective to be achieved, there is the requirement of planning. And planning is also required at all levels. We can say top, middle and lower. The degree of planning may vary, that the top level management have to make more plans, the middle level have to make some less, and lower level some only few plans should be made. But planning is required at all the levels. Okay, because without planning any level cannot perform, any department cannot perform their function effectively and efficiently. Fourth one is planning is futuristic, or we can say planning is forward looking. Forward we can say in present. We try to have a peep into the future. Okay, a manager try to have a peep into the future by standing in present condition, but he is peeping into the future for forward. Plans are always made on the base of past experience, but in the present, but for which period? For the upcoming period, that is for future. So that's why planning is always known as futuristic or forward looking, because the manager or a person always tries to have a peep into the future, that where they want to be. Okay, by planning on in the same condition that where they are. Now the fifth feature is continuous. Planning is continuous. It means it is a never-ending process. If the organization is going on, planning is also required. Okay, till the organization will go on, will run, planning is also required. It is not. We cannot say that if one plan got success, if one plan is successful, then there is no meaning of planning. Okay, one plan is completed, one plan is implemented, we have got the success in such plan, then it gives rise to another plan. Okay, let us continue with the example that if a student has scored very good marks in both, now he have to plan for the graduation. After graduation is completed, you have to plan for the post graduation. It means whenever till the time period we have some objectives, we have to make the plans. Planning is a continuous and a never-ending process. It does not get end till the organization is going on, is running. Sixth feature is involves decision making. We can say that planning involves decision making. In planning, what we have to do? We have to make some decisions as where the planning is required. We can say that when we are having so many options, planning is required when we are having so many options for a particular thing, and we have to decide that which option, which alternative we are going to select. At that point of time, we require planning. Okay, for example, a lady is going for shopping in the market. Okay, she has a plan in her mind that today I will buy a red dress. Okay, she has a particular color in her mind that only I will buy red dress. So when a shopkeeper will display different dresses of different colors in front of her, then she have to use her plan that I need only red color dress, so that she will be able to take the decision easily. Okay, so planning helps us while we are making decisions, while we have to make the decisions and to select different alternatives amongst many. So planning there works as a decision making process. It helps in making decisions very much effectively and efficiently. Seventh feature is mental exercise. Planning is a mental exercise. We can say that planning requires too much intelligence and high order thinking skills, as plans cannot be made by a layman. Okay, planning requires a person who have very much thinking, high order thinking skills, and it is a very intellectual activity. As I have told you that in planning, among the different alternatives which are available in front of the organization, the manager has to select the best one which is effective as well as efficient for the organization. And this process, this activity can only be performed by a person who has the capacity to think very highly, and it is a very intellectual activity. That's why we call planning is a mental exercise. Any person cannot do the planning. The person who is able to think about the future, making correct assumptions and predictions, only that person is able to make plans. That's why planning is known as mental exercise.